I'm Matt with etrailer, and today we're talking the Titan Chain Snow Socks on our 2023 Kia Sorento. We're going to have this on tire size 235, 65, R17, and we're going to have this on the front axle is what the manual recommends. Now this is going to be able to fit a variety of different sizes. That's just the tire size we have today. If you're not sure if that's going to fit your tires, you can plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find what's going to be the best fit for you. So let's check it out. Speaking of fitments, this tire size is actually going to have two options. And the real difference between them is just going to be the size. The 70 is going to be a little bit smaller, so it's going to have a little bit of a tighter fit, so it'll be a little bit more difficult to install, but it's going to secure it more. As for the 72, that's going to be looser, so it's going to be a little bit easier overall. Now they're both going to look exactly the same, and they're going to install the same way too. This is going to be a great option if you're looking for something that's going to provide you plenty of clearance to sit on your tire, and it is going to be able to get you through those moderate snow and ice conditions. And the reason that is going to be because of this material. It's going to be a polyolefin material, and so what that's designed to do is when you're driving down the road, it's actually picking up snow and keeping it on the sock, and as you drive, it's using that to get more traction. And what's really nice too is this is going to be very cut resistant. As you're driving, you're not going to be likely to tear this up. The only time I could see you tearing this up is if you're driving in areas that you shouldn't be, and those areas would be directly on pavement because this is designed to drive on snow. And beneath that, what's keeping it on your tire itself is going to be this elastic band. This is helping pull it onto your tire and keeping it secured. And to really show you what that clearance looks like, if you look right over here, we have all this space to sit beneath that suspension. These are going to come in a set of two in this very light duty plastic bag. If anything, this is more for shipping, and they'll come with some plastic gloves. You can use them if you want to. I'm not super big into them just because they are very lightweight and they're probably going to rip after a few uses. But as far as storage goes, this is going to be really easy to store in your vehicle if you want to use this bag or not, because this just kind of folds into itself since it is fabric. So it'd be really easy to keep it in the back of your vehicle. And what's really nice is when you are done using these, or you've done a couple of trips and these are getting kind of crummy or nasty, you can machine wash these too. I don't recommend drying them in a dryer. I just recommend letting those out to dry. But after when you're done with that, you can store it back in your car. This honestly is probably going to be one of my top choices for this vehicle for a few reasons. One, it's really easy to get on and off your tires since you don't have to get underneath your vehicle because the Sorento doesn't have a whole lot of space there. Two, it's going to give you plenty of traction as you're driving, and three, is going to provide you that smooth ride overall because we don't have to deal with any chains. Now, if you are curious to see what this installation process looks like, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through it. To start off the installation, we're going to lay out our socks, and at this point, it's not a bad idea to make sure if you are doing this for the first time, to do it at home because you don't want to try to figure this out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. But what we're looking for is for a few things. We want to make sure this is in the right orientation, so we want to make sure it's not inside out. You can tell because there's a tag on the inside. And we also want to make sure there's no damages to this. So we're looking for any loose threads coming off, any of the threading kind of peeling off from the side. And after when that looks good, you can start putting it on your tire. And that's pretty easy. All we have to do is come over here, stretch this out some, and drape it around the top. I was going to kind of grip onto itself a bit. I like to put one hand underneath here to help guide things out. And from here, we're just trying to get this mostly wrapped around a tire. We won't be able to get this completely wrapped around quite yet. And that's going to be because at the very bottom, we can't get that under. So after when you have this where you want it to be, then you can pull forward some. With the tire rotated now, we can grab the rest or the top area of the sock and just stretch it over And what we're trying to do here is just give us an even fitment around this whole tire. So you might have to really move things around a bit. But once you have everything pretty even, then if you hadn't already, just repeat that same process on the other side, and then you either pull forward or back up some, just to check your fitment, make sure nothing's moving and feels pretty good. And if it does, then now it's just a look at the installation and some of the features of our Titan chain snow socks on our 2023 Kia Sorento. Thanks for watching.